Hello, it's April from April's Home, and today I'm here with a fun eyeshadow haul. This is a line of makeup from Hot Topic called Blackheart, and they had some really unique eyeshadow palettes that I thought were so fun that I definitely had to check them out. They were all on sale for under $10 a piece, which I thought was just great. And I thought that these were just such beautiful, unique packages. I thought that they'd be really fun to check out. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at each one of these and we'll go ahead and swatch them. So again, I found these 3 palettes and this one eyeshadow back here at Hot Topic. I was there to hunt down some blind bags. As you know, I collect urban vinyl toys and art toys and things like that. I will be doing an opening of all of the fun blind bags and blind boxes that I got at Hot Topic on my toy channel, April's Toy World, which I will go ahead and link below. So you can check that out there. But I thought that we would take a look at these really unique and fun eyeshadows here. I don't know that I will be using these on an everyday basis. I was actually thinking that because the price was so good that I would put these in my costume makeup box. I have a box of makeup that we all use when we get dressed up for things to have on hand for Halloween. My kids used to do a lot of theater, and it was always nice to have access to a large supply of different makeup. We would use it for all sorts of different uses. I also thought it would be fun for when my niece comes over to play with. I have a bunch of disposable eyeshadow brushes and things like that that can be used with these, so that it is safe to kind of use these for that purpose. I thought that these were just so unique. I love the packaging. I'm drawn to unicorns and outer space and beautiful holographic colors, so these were definitely calling my name, and I thought I would check these out. So this is the Blackheart Interstellar eyeshadow collection, and you can see how pretty this is. I just think that that's such a pretty design here. And this is what it looks like on the inside here. You can see a nice big mirror and the sort of outer space design. And these are all the colors. You can see how pretty the color selection is here. We've got a shiny, sparkly black called Black Hole, this gray one here called Earth, a blue one called Intense, a silvery, sort of glittery silver called Star, this really pretty burgundy color called Eclipse, then a classic purple called Milky Way, a rich sort of reddish pink called Nebula, this really pretty sort of peachy color called Moon Dust, and then a dark turquoise called Cosmic, and a lighter turquoise called Asteroid, and then another shade of gray called Moon, and then a white one called Sun. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of these so we can see how they swatch and what these colors look like, and I'll be right back. So I've swatched these colors from left to right, and they're very pretty. They all went on with a lot of pigment. They were a little bit, maybe a little bit chunky and powdery, but not too bad. A little smoother than I thought, and really, really pretty. So here's what they look like. So you can see, not bad at all for such an inexpensive eyeshadow. Even in high-end brands, I have trouble sometimes finding a really pigmented darker color. I love these purples here. I think that that's pretty. This is my favorite color right here. It's called Moon Dust. It is so, so pretty. I just love it. And then these blues are also really pretty. This one is also very, very stunning. And then you've got this gray here and this sort of a whitish color here. So you can see that this will definitely be fun to play around with. Perfect for coming up with different looks on Halloween. And actually, I may try this color out just for every day. I just think it's really pretty. I may just have to give that one a try. I think it's really pretty. Same with that turquoise. I'm just drawn to colors like that, and I think that they are so pretty. And I love the packaging here. It also comes with a little two-sided brush, it looks like, so that's really nice. Okay, so that's the first one. And then sort of a companion to that one is the Blackheart Galaxy eyeshadow, just an individual one here. And this one also comes with a little mirror in this little box here. And you can see how pretty it is. It looks like a planet. And I just thought that this was fun too. This was, I believe this was under $5. And again, these 3 palettes were each under 10. I think that they were on sale for $7.50. I may have even had an additional coupon for these as well. So I just thought that that was a great bargain, and they were definitely fun to check out. Okay, so I'm just going to swirl that. You can see it's a very nice sort of galaxy color there. And I'll just go ahead and swatch this right here. Oh, that's pretty. It's got a lot of dimension to it. A lot of like grays and blacks and little hints of blue in there. That is really, really pretty. So that's a fun one. You could definitely do a fun smoky eye look with this one for sure. Also, I just think that this one's fun to play with. This will definitely be fun to have in my costume box. This next Blackheart palette is the Pastel Dreams eyeshadow palette, which is really exciting. It's covered in unicorns, and I recently, of course, ordered a couple of higher-end unicorn and pastel themed eyeshadow palettes. The Make Believe in Yourself palette from Tarte, which I really do love, but didn't have a ton of pastel colors or really a ton of unicorn colors. When I think of unicorn colors, I think of all the beautiful pastels like light purple, light turquoise, light yellow and orange and pinks and things like that. The Make Believe in Yourself palette did have that really pretty turquoise color in it, and I do really enjoy the palette quite a bit. But I think it would be so fun to find a really fun unicorn, truly unicorn theme or pastel themed palette. I also have the Pastel Goth palette, and although I really love the colors, they're not super traditionally pastel. I do still really enjoy that palette. But anyway, so I thought I'd check this out and see how pastel this Pastel Dreams palette is. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Okay, here it is, and for some reason, I just don't really see this as a very pastel palette. These colors here are maybe kind of pastel. I would have really loved to have seen a yellow in this palette, a nice pretty light pastel yellow and a pastel orange, some of those springier colors. It's got quite a few darker colors down here and some up here as well. These are definitely not pastel, but that's okay. With a palette, you do need colors to make a whole eye look, and it does have some pastels. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch these colors and see what these look like. So my original footage of the swatching of the Pastel Dreams palette was lost, so this is my second time swatching it, and I will have to say this palette is not very impressive. You can see how lightly these swatch. There's almost no pigment in the pastel colors. The dark colors are a little bit visible there, but you can see really hardly any pigment at all in these. So not really the pastel palette that I was looking for. Although the colors look really pretty in the pan here, they just do not have the pigment there to really show up or do any really good looks. This will probably be a palette that I pass along for my niece to play with because, you know, it's got such light colors. She will have fun, I'm sure, playing with this. But yeah, I'm not super happy with the way that this palette swatched. It definitely is not even showing up at all. So I'll have to keep my eye out for another good pastel palette. I'm definitely on the lookout for that. I think it would be really fun to have. So the last Blackheart eyeshadow palette here is another unicorn themed palette. You can see the beautiful packaging again. I just think the packaging on all of these is so pretty. And the one thing I don't love about this is instead of just being a unicorn eyeshadow palette, it's called a unicorn blood eyeshadow palette, which I don't really like. I love unicorns. I don't want to think of them being harmed in any way, but that's okay. I'm sure it's just, you know, the fun theme of it. It's just a little bit more edgy. It is sold at Hot Topic, and so just a little edgier there. But I would still think it would be a fun unicorn themed palette, so let's go ahead and check out these colors. And here are the colors in this palette. Definitely some more unicorn colors in this palette. A lot of the colors that I think of when I think unicorn. These pinks here, these turquoises, this really pretty purple, and this sort of light pastel orange. So some fun colors. It looks like there's some gold and silver, sort of the magical colors. And this one here, another gem color here. So let's go ahead and take a look at these color names. Blushing Glow, Pixie Pink, Purple Haze, Enchanted Emerald, Teal Skies, Azure, Ruby Red, Rosy Charm, Dazzling Dust, Golden Mane, Silver Clouds, and Black Glitter. So a lot of fun color names. I'm kind of excited for this palette. I am eager to see how this one swatches. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this palette now, and we'll take a look at all these colors and see how close to a unicorn palette they are. Okay, so I've swatched all of these colors from left to right, and this palette I'm pretty impressed by. So here are all the colors in this palette, and these are the colors that I think of when I think of a unicorn. So I definitely think that they have got it right on this one. Definitely unicorn colors here. The pigment's really nice. It goes on really smoothly. These beautiful pink colors, nice and pastel. The purple, the mint, the turquoise and tealish sort of colors here. This beautiful red color, which is actually really pretty. The color's not picking up too well on the camera, but it's got a little glisten to it that makes it really, really nice. This pretty peach color, sort of a light dusty rose. This gold is really pretty, and so is the silver, and then a black glitter that actually goes on pretty nicely. So this palette here, I'm actually pretty impressed with. This is what I think of when I think of unicorn colors. So that's exciting to me. I think that this is great, and it's definitely going to be so fun to play around with. I will definitely be using some of these colors during the spring. I think that these are really pretty. And then this palette is also going to be really fun for creating looks during Halloween, or if we go to any comic conventions and want to dress up in a little bit more of a fun theme like that. So very fun palette. This one is my favorite out of the group here. So the Blackheart Unicorn Blood Eyeshadow Palette. That one is so pretty and definitely unicorn colors. The Pastel Dreams one, a little bit too light for me, but very pretty packaging. And the Interstellar palette, definitely fun packaging and pretty decent colors as well. And this little individual eyeshadow is also really fun. So I definitely had fun checking out these Hot Topic eyeshadows. I'm so glad I came across these. They were definitely the right price and super fun to test out here. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at these 3 palettes from Hot Topic, the Blackheart eyeshadow palettes. Again, be sure and check out my Hot Topic blind bag haul on my toy channel, April's Toy World. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more videos from April's home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye!